I have to do it this way. I do apologise for those just popping in. I need to make sure that I can get on with my iPad, and to do that, I have to wait for the request to come through. Then I'm live via my email, which, as you can imagine, takes it a minute or three so that I can join in. So fingers crossed. Hi, Rachel. You're early. Hi, Lynn. Pippa, welcome. Good evening. Oh, lovely. I'm on. It's a bit slow tonight, I'm afraid. But there you go. So I'm hoping I can open the live chat panel, but it's taken its sweet time. Let's see if I can enlarge it. There. Gosh, it is slow. And I can see it, but I can't see. Oh, it's gone. Oh, nightmare. Can't open it that way, so I'm going to have to go in via YouTube directly. And hope I can find me. And then I'll be able to catch up with you all. Sorry. Now then. There it is. So fingers crossed. Live chat. Yay, we've got it. Excellent. See, I knew it'd take me a few minutes, and we've still got 4 minutes to go. All that panic for nothing. Well, hello everyone. Alison, Margaret, Diane, Christine, Sally, hello. Adele, hello sweetheart. Rob, hey up young man. Susan, it's still time for him to show up. Oh yes. Christine, my lovely. Oh dear. There's always time for him to show up. Mind you, if you're not careful, I show up as well, don't I? I enjoyed that. Hi Trina. We're just a little early, so don't panic. Shall I show you my little Thrinchies book? This is a Tracy Evans book. It's absolutely gorgeous, such a lovely little book. So let's look at the piggies. That was my first one. Thrinchies, yeah, Thrinchies, Sally. Hi Cheryl. And number 2 and 3. I've got to number them yet. There's a few of these bubbles appearing in places. See what I mean? I done them on purpose on that one, but they snuck onto the other one as well. Now, anybody that's done one of my workshops will recognise the background to this one, because I taught quite a few people to watercolour doing that technique. This one, not so much. This one's got texture on it. It's got texture paste and a lovely little bit of sparkle. Now, if you can hear some shouting, it sounds like there's a rounders match going on in the garden a few doors down. I like a good game of rounders. Bit of a Christmas bright theme on that one. Clematis, and I've got a few pages left. So this is what we're not necessarily going to make all of these, but I want to make all the backgrounds for you. I want to show you the colour combinations. Thanks, Sally. Thumbs up, everyone. Yes, please, thumbs up. And if you've not subscribed, subscribe and hit the bell. Then it'll let you know when I'm live, just in case I sneak on one day, because you never know. Stranger things have happened. I just need a couple of ink pads. That might do. If I got a blue, let's have a weathered wood. That's a good all-rounder. I always forget about these bits. But I've got the rest. So what I'm going to use tonight before we start, it's 7:30. Look at that. Hi Moira. Hi Chris. Welcome Alison. Penny, hi. Philippa, welcome. So this is my Tim Holtz palette, which I haven't used for forever. So I thought I would get it out and it will help us make these. So what I'm interested in is the colour combinations. They're all very different. Very different. And too often I hear people talk about their go-to colours. So really, what I want to show you tonight, we might have the chance to stamp a couple up, but I want to talk more about the colour we're going to use. How big is the little black book? I'm guessing it's 4 inches square because the 3-inch Thrinchies fit on it beautifully. And have I got a rule someplace? Yeah, I have. It is. So it is in centimetres, 10.5 centimetres. In inches, it's just under 4 1/4. So it's perfect. That's the outside. The inside is 4 inches square. So obviously 3 inches is the piece of card, and we cut it 3 inches square. 3 inches by 3 inches. So without further ado, let's have a look at some of these colours. Now I get my inspiration from loads of different places, mostly photos. So if I see a photo and I think, wow, look at the colours on that. Look how subtle this one is. Doesn't have to be that subtle. So let me tell you what colours I'm going to use. So with the number 1, and I'm using my re-inkers tonight, my normal distress re-inkers, so as not to run out of ink pads. I've got them, so I may as well use them. So we have salvaged patina, antique linen, shaded lilac, spun sugar, and speckled egg. And this one has never been used. So we'll need to take his jacket off because he's going to get used tonight, whether it's it or not. Yay, there you go. So this little palette is perfect for this. Again, it's a Tim Holtz one. And all I'm going to do is add just a tiny drop in each one. It's very concentrated. So remember, this is coming straight out. Hey, Sissy Poos. This is coming straight out the tub. Now, I'm not worried about which one's in which and whether I can tell or not at this point. It'll all come apparent when we use them. Shaded lilac. And spun sugar. Getting all fancy. Hardly. I couldn't be bothered to get this many stamp pads out. So let me tell you a little bit about what I'm looking for with these colours as I desperately try and put them back in the pocket. So this one I like to call spring mounting colours. So there's all my colours. I've got a paintbrush, just a big number 8, and I've got some water. I'm going to drop some water. I've got a pipette. I'm going to drop some water on each of these because, like I say, they are concentrated. They are ink pad re-inkers. There you go. That'll do for now. And then I'm going to use one of my ink pads. So I'm going to use this Distress Kirsch Flamingo. And what I'm going to do is ink all around the edge. Like that. I've got one of my 3x3. This is watercolour card. So I'm going to pop this down as near as I can to pretty much centre. There we go. So we've got our outline. We've got our, doesn't have to be perfect. All it need be is a guide. So I'm going to add water now. Plenty of water. It's watercolour card. It's Pink Frog watercolour card. So it's really nice. And the one thing I absolutely adore about this watercolour card is it's whiter than most. So actually it sits in this book perfectly. So there, all I'm doing is blending that round, and then I'm going to add a generous amount of water in the middle. Okay, and then we can use some colour. Literally wet in wet, however you want, whichever colour you want. So that's a pink. Now we've got a blue. Let it run into each other. It'll create its own colours. But the idea is for you to get outside of your colour comfort zone. Experiment with these different colours. Green. And it's very much like an olive green. Look at that. The more water you use, the paler the colours are going to be. So if you are worried, all you need to do is add more water. And it doesn't matter where you put your colour. It really doesn't matter. I have people ask me all the time, what colour shall I use if I use this? The best thing to do is to try it. And if you like it, use it again. There. Right, I need a little bit of kitchen paper. Don't know where that's gone. It is right behind me. Typical. And if it is too wet in any place, all you're going to do is lift it off just slightly. The clean brush. And you're just mopping it. Isn't it pretty? Beautiful, isn't it? I'm going to just mop up those colours for now. I didn't use very much, remember, so I'm not worried. You really don't need a lot. So that's the first one. Look at those lovely soft colours. Beautiful, isn't it? It's called Spring Mountain because for me it's got all the colours of spring. Nice early morning, so we've got this lovely pink sunrise. A little what looks like lemon, but actually it's green. And the blues for that little bit of ice and coolness that's still about. so you can see, hopefully, where that one's coming from. So just going to lift that drop off. There you go. So we can move that to one side and let it dry. Because to me, say tonight, it's more, excuse me, it's more important about the colours. And I want to try and get you to experiment more. So the second pack, we have, this one I'm calling Asparagus. So not asparagus tips, full-grown asparagus. And the colours I saw in the asparagus picture is old paper. Again, another one we've not used. Wow. Can't be doing with that. There. Oh, there's another one. Oh, it's exciting. I love using new stuff. Oh, no, it's just got coat on. It fibbed. It's been open. Just still got a bit of its coat on is all. That's not nice, is it? So, asparagus. What have we got? Old paper. So we're going to have a drop of that. Literally just a drop. I've got weathered wood, a lovely bluey grey. Again, we don't need a lot. Bundled sage. Lovely green colour. Pumice stone. Again, another sort of beigey grey colour. So we've got a bluey grey and a beigey grey. There's a silver. If you look at grown asparagus, not the tips, the full-blown asparagus, it goes a lovely bluey colour with a little shine of silver on it, I think. And then for that little bit of colour, we've got wilted violet. One of my favourite colours. I think it's because my birthstone's amethyst. Maybe that's why I like purple so much. So this time I'm going to do the same thing again. We've got our Thrinchie. And I'm going to use weathered wood. Now I'm using an oxide to do the outline. It really doesn't matter which one you use. Whatever you've got to take advantage of the tub more than anything. Hi, Sue. There. So this time, let me put, that's number one. Put that back. Number two, we're just going to add, oops, sorry, knocking you about again. Just going to add a little drop of water to each. And we can do exactly the same. So we'll get that outline wet first. You can just see it. It's a great shape for these. Absolutely perfect. Hi Nahid, welcome. Water. And then we'll start with the colours. And again, it really doesn't matter which ones you use or where. It's quite a nice surprise actually, because you're not quite sure. Well, I'm not sure which one's which. I would normally stand the bottle alongside, but I much prefer this because then you know it's not really manufactured. I'm not very good at remembering. Oh, that's a nice grey. Look at that. Letting it bleed into each other. And then that little splash. Oh, look at that for a contrast. See, probably not something you'd naturally put together, but actually in nature it exists. So again, I'm just going to mop those edges up because they're wet. Look at that. Beautiful. Look at those colours. Yes, so we're calling that one Asparagus. And the colours on that again are old paper, bundled sage, weathered wood, and wilted violet with pumice stone. So that's number 2. So let me find my finished one for number 2. There you go. There's a lot more purple on it. But with those lovely bluey greys too. So number 3. What we got in number 3? It's exciting. I forget. I have Old Barn, I'm calling this one. These colours I found on a photo of an old barn in America. And I absolutely loved it. Oh, look, we've got another one. About time these were opened. Plenty of water is what you need to make them turn out like this. Moira? Rob's not paying attention. Rob! Rude. So what colours am I going to use for my old barn? I've got Lost Shadow, Rustic Wilderness, Victorian Velvet and Vintage Photo. So some nice old colours. Always, you'd better be. So put that back. Vintage Photo. You really must play with colours to get comfortable with what you're using together. Too many times people pick up exactly the same colour over and over again. Really? You never had a Lost Shadow? One of my favourite colours. Excuse me. Again, we're going to have some water. There's 4 colours in this one. Just a drop. A Thrinchie. So what colour am I going to use on this one? I think I'm going to use the Flamingo again. This one's, it's got some really soft, pretty colours in it. It's like he made these on purpose, just the right size. But don't be scared of colour. Colour's your friend, honest. So although this is a bit bright for what we're using, it's fine because I'm going to water it all the way down. What's a Thrinchie? A Thrinchie is a piece of card that's 3 inches square. 3 inches by 3 inches. Thrinchies. If you say it quick. And a Thrinchie fits in a beautiful little 4-inch journal that Tracy Evans sells on her website. It's a lovely little journal. There you go. So there's our base. So now I can add, oh, that's the soft Victorian Velvet. Trying to get rid of some of that pinkness from around the edge. You mop that bit up, it's going a bit wild over there. Look at that. That's the door, that is. Wow. Don't forget, more water you use with it, the less the colour's going to be, the less strength the colour will have. So if you scare yourself, just add more water. There's that lovely Victorian velvet. Look at that for a colour. How beautiful. We'll have a bit of that over there. And the green is Rustic Wilderness. Look at that for a pop. So just about the field, round and about my old barn. Then we can just mix that. Let it do its thing. I think we'll have a little more of that colour over here. Oh, lovely rich colour. It is a very rich collection, this one. Again, if it gets too much for you, just add some more water. And then you get a little bit of texture too. They're very addictive, I must say, very. So I'm just mopping those edges. So look at that one. So the one I did previously, I made it a lot softer. And this is how that's turned out. They're beautiful, these Thrinchies. So just to recap, that's Lost Shadow, Vintage Photo, Rustic Wilderness, Victorian Velvet on those colours. Oh, it's exciting, isn't it? So the next one. I hope I've still got your attention. I've not lost you yet. You'll have to let me know if you get bored. We will certainly do some stamping. That we needed. They're addictive. They're really addictive. Once you start, you can't stop. The next set of colours. I think I'll do one more set of colours after this. I don't want you getting bored. Oh, my charger's come out. Let me make sure my charger's in properly. That's better. I don't want you glued to the screen. Good. Good, you're still here. Right, so this time we've got Seedless Preserve. Put that one in there. Where's my little notes? I do keep notes, look, of what I've used and what works together, so I know. Seedless Preserve. Now I need to remember that one. Mowed Lawn is going to be the not next one, but that one. Oh, I love that colour. Mowed Lawn. It's a lovely, lovely green. Ooh. Aged Mahogany. Another rich, beautiful colour. So I'm going to pop him. Ooh, there you go. We've got Forest Moss. So we've got a bright green, a green that's a little deeper, a little older, I suppose, a bit more vintagey looking. And we've got Crushed Olive, a softer green. I do like this green. Where's the cheapest place to buy re-inkers? I don't know. I've collected mine over the years. As I buy an ink pad, I tend to buy re-inkers as well. just seems to make sense. Oxide this time, mowed lawn. So it's a case of, well, if you want to check it out, if anybody's buying on the market for buying reinkers, then if you want to pop on my Amanda Jane Crafts page where you found the cheapest, I buy from Ranger Direct as well, Lisa. But like I say, I've always got them as they've come out. Reinkers are brilliant. If you want to make your own ink pad, I'll have to show you how to do that one day. For a quick inking job. It's great fun. It is great fun. Let me put that back in screenshot. There. So again, a nice amount of water just to prime that watercolour card. And we'll start. Ooh, beautiful. Look at that. This one I'm calling Thistle. So you know what a Scottish thistle looks like. This is my interpretation of the colours you can find on a thistle. So that's a couple of reds. Oh, a nice vibrant green. A dark green. Look at that. That's that olivey. I love how they all mingle. And then the paler. Look at that for a colour mix. A colour combo. Fabulous. Again, going to mop that edge. I think this is my previous thistle. Yeah, it is number 4. My previous thistle picture. So that's what I made with the last one. And again, if you've got a dark spot like that, don't worry. Just, again, tap some water in it. Look at that. Those gorgeous colours. All rich and scrummy. That's number 4, Thistle. You still okay? You still okay for me to do another one? Just checking. Number 5. Now this is a pretty one. And it's called Cobweb. Well, I've called it Cobweb. And I might need to get some of the other colours out. I'm not sure. So, Lost Shadow, wherever that one is. Have I got Lost Shadow? Hickory Smoke. Have I already used Lost Shadow? I can't remember. Lilac. A quick Fertile. Pumice Stone. Lost Shadow. Here it is. Found it. Lost Shadow. So we'll have a drop of that. I can't remember which one it was. And we've got Kissed Flamingo, however you say it. Seedless Preserve. Now, I think I had that one too. I should have left these out. There it is, Seedless Preserve. Lost Shadow, Kirsch Flamingo, Seedless Preserve, Hickory Smoke. That's the dark grey. So this is a nice grey and pink combo. I love grey and pink. Don't ever be scared to put these colours together. This is why I wanted to show you, because it gives you a whole new look on what you can create with your kit. So please don't just stick to one colour. So there's my next Thrinchie, and we'll go with the pink flamingo again, being as we're using the flamingo colour. Around there somewhere. There. The other place you get them from, normally do good sets, is Art from the Heart. That's a good UK Ranger supplier, and I use them too for the UK stuff. Then you don't have to pay your taxes. Art from the Heart. It's a great place. So let's have a look what colours we're going to turn out. Wow, that's got to be one of the greys. The pink. Wow. Let's have a crazy pink. Oh, and a splash of deep. And then some more grey to contrast that beautiful pink. Just look at that. Wow. Clean up the edges a tad. Brush it in from the side. It don't matter if it's not perfect. It don't have to, we're not after perfection. Look at those gorgeous colours. And they'll carry on combining and blending and will change slightly. So what does that look like when it's dry and stamped up? Like that. So that's Lost Shadow, Hickory Smoke, Kirsch Flamingo and Seedless Preserve. Pink and greys. Stunning. Stunning. Let's do one more. Just one more. Make it a nice round 6, shall we? Actually, let's do this. I want this yellow combination. So this is, yeah, this is number 6. Actually, number 8. Sorry. Number 8. So the combination for this one, number 7. Oh, I haven't got a number 8 sample. So this is a perfect one, because from this one, we can go into stamping it. Brilliant. Good plan. So we have mustard seed. Nice yellow. I've got Mermaid Lagoon, a real bright blue. Mowed Lawn, which is that one still. I can see that one. I know that one's Mowed Lawn. And finally, Chipped Sapphire, a real dark blue. Rustling sweetie packets. Not me. I don't have sweeties. I'm not allowed. Only on special occasions. Okay, let's go for it. Where's my square? So I'm going to use a green for this one. Mowed lawn. Venus, we've got that coming anyway. I'm sure it's this one I haven't got a sample for. I'm pretty positive. So we start as usual with our square. 6, 5, 6, 7. No. So this is number 8 that would have been. And I don't know what I'd done with my sample. But we'll see what happens together. Sorry, I'm falling off the end of the screen for you. My apologies. Right, so we'll start with the mowed lawn. Such a beautiful colour. Look at that. And the yellow. And the blast of blue. If you want to start talking family, colour families, well, this is a perfect little colour family. Because yellow and green do make, oh, sorry, yellow and blue do make green. So, you know, you should never be worried about using colour families together. Look at that. We'll smudge some of that in there. This one I called Van Gogh. Because it's colours he used to use together quite a lot. Only his style's a bit flicky. It's in lines. Mine's not. Again, I'm going to give that a splash. Fabulous. Pop my palette away for now. Clean that down and we'll give this one a dry. See what happens. That heat wave's missed me as well. Not on, is it? Now these will change quite dramatically as we dry them. Let's dry a couple off, just so you like the pink one. Let's have a play with that one as well then. So we can use any stamp we want on these. This one ought to be quite a dark one. That one, it doesn't really matter. Let's have a look what I've got. Sorry, I'm rustling it again. What have I got here? Oh, I know. I used this on a different one, but I'm going to use it on this. So this is Tracy Evans TE6. And I need a stamp block that I haven't brought over. I was obviously determined not to do any stamping for you. How rude's that? That's just wrong, isn't it? Let's have a big ink pad. Right, so what am I going to stamp up in? I'm going to use archival. I've got my old archivals out. And I'm going to use a colour that's with it. So I'm going to use Rustic Wilderness for stamping. Well, stamping the first bit anyway. I'm going to use this lovely arrows set. Ink up. You'll be amazed at how much you can get on a little 3-inch square. Let's have it the right way up. A little 3-inch square piece of card. To be fair, you can get lots on there. Now, if you use archival, you'll know it stains your stamps more than VersaFine Clear. So I'm going to use this big heart, but it's going to stamp off this. But I'm not worried about that. I'm actually going to stamp this one in black. I still use my VersaFine Clear, don't get me wrong. These are just oxide colours. They're distress colours, yeah. So I'm going to stamp that about there, and we're going off the edge. But that's not a problem. Very gentle. I think that one I didn't ring very well. But it's okay. Still good. Still works. In fact, we can put another little stamp on top. And this time I'm going to use peeled paint. And it will show up just very gently. I'm going to pop. Oh, actually, there's a good word. Breathe. Is it breathe? Yeah, breathe. That's a good word. We'll have that one. And we'll pop that just there. And breathe. So once stamped up, you don't have to stop there. You can add some interest or some highlights. What have I got? A Posca pen. I'm sticking with the same colours. So I've got a gold for highlighting, a yellow sparkly because I like it, and I think a blue would be nice. So I'm going to use that one. So this is a metallic blue, and all I'm going to do is I'm going to make that leaf shape jump out, and the stalk, the flower. I'm going to add, it's gold. Tulip. That's better. We can add some Mandy's here and there, just a bit dotty. Let's use this yellow one as well. This is sparkly as well. So I've got metallic and shiny just here. Love it. There, that's a Thrinchie. So you can get all sorts on it. Absolutely all sorts. To finish a Thrinchie off, or what I do, is I get a black Posca pen, a piece of scrap paper, if I can get some out. Here we go. Hold it down, push your pen against it and run it down. You have to be a bit brave to do this. Oh, see, because of that. But don't worry if you do that, because you just add in a bit more to your Thrinchie. Actually, I'm going to do that to the top as well, otherwise it's going to look odd. Sorted. Let's give the... It's like, well, it is journaling. You can do anything you like. And it won't be wrong. It's a very dark one. So we could add some white dots too, just to brighten it up. So there you go. Thrinchie. Very different. Put that on my pile and we'll get the next one out. Let's see if we can do a bit better with this one. What should we use on this? I like this flower. This is, I'm using Tracy Evans number TE15. Oh, look at that. As you can see, I've used that one a lot. Hickory Smoke. It's going to be really gentle again. Let's have it that way up. Love the save. You have to save it. You can't throw stuff away. You really can't. So I'm going to put another one of those in the background. Nice and gentle again with the grey. Very pretty. Then I think we'll have one just a bit darker over the top. About there. Good squish. There we go. Love it. So what I'm going to use this time, I've got some pencils. So we need pinks and greys. So we can use a red. That's a green, not a grey. Got a pale grey, dark grey, a light pink, a medium pink, and a dark pink. Almost to purple. For the purple, actually, we could do that. Let's swap that out and use a purple. There. And then it's a case of literally just colouring in. Now, these are polychromo pencils, and they're one of the few that you can actually keep layering without too much worry. Where normal pencils, once you've flattened the nape of the paper, they won't take any more colouring. These will. And they blend real nice too. So I'm putting a pale pink base down. Ah, that's green, that's green, that's flower. Well, the green I'm going to do with the greys. So I'll go pale grey first. They're very subtle. And then the dark grey, just to add some shading to those leaf shapes. And as you can see, the colour will sit over the top. Night, Sylvia. Bless you. You're very welcome, always. I hope you find the colour mixes useful. So we've used the pink. Let's add a bit of red here and there. You can use blender with these pencils too. So it's like an oil based. So this is like your permanents rather than a watercolour, if you like, for the want of a better description. And then we'll hit with that purple. Fabulous. And now we need a colour for the centre that's going to trigger it all off. So let's see if we've got a nice shiny. Should we have a red or a pink? We need a pink, don't we? There's a nice pink. I've got a new one here. It's not been used yet, so we'll give it a good shake. And a squish. You've got to squish them. These are very addictive and they're so quick. Come on, you can do it. Come on, Posca pen. These seem to take a long time to come through. Ah, here we go. That's a nice fluorescent pink. Lovely. Love it. So you can see the colours really working. Now let's have another go with that black, shall we? Someone is good at drawing spiders, you're dead right. I loved them. I love spiders. We'll pay attention this time. One good thing, if you do mess up, it really is only a tiny piece of card. There, managed it that time. See? So let's get our book out, shall we? We're running out of time now, so let's stick a couple in so you can see how well they go into the book. So let's have, what shall I put in first? Oh goodness, we've got such a lot. I'm going to put what's going to look nice with that one. I think that one will go nice with that one. That one hasn't been blackened. Goodness. This just saves matting and layering, really. You can use a rule if you must. There. A little bit that side again. That's it. Perfect. So some tape. We find the middle of our book and pop it down. Another one. Number 2 combination colours. And these are the perfect things to practice on, to be fair, because they are so small. I'm going to put the bright one. There's another one that's not been finished. Tush, what was I doing? Where do you find these little books? Tracy Evans. Yeah, I did. There is Tracy Evans Boutique Designs is the website. And that's where these little books are. As well as all the stamps I've used. You can see I've used a scrap. I've used the other side of a scrap piece of paper. So I don't waste anything. And this is perfect for your offcuts. I use a lot of watercolour card. Look at them. Don't take long to fill your book up. I think I've lost some. Ah, there's some. Loads here. So I hope you enjoyed them. They're really good fun to make. They're great for practicing. So if you're practicing colours, don't be afraid. Have a look around you. You see a picture you like in a magazine, save it. And use it as a swatch for colours. And try and match your ink pads against it. That's all I did. And then look, I'm going to put that pale on that side, I think. Yeah, they're perfect for practicing on. Perfect. Whatever you fancy having a go at. I'm going to use the 2 pink ones for this. I'm not sure I'm going to put the rescued one in. I've got too many to choose from. They're glorious, aren't they? You're very welcome. And you can make backgrounds for big or small cards, doing exactly the same thing. Obviously, you won't be using a distress lid if you want to size it up. Find something else to ink round, or draw a circle. Paint that. Doesn't have to be square. These just lend themselves beautifully to the square bits. So let me show you the colours now they've dried that we've already done, because they do look different. Look, that's the Thistle, and I need to find a Thistle. There's the soft Spring Mountain colours. Are beautiful, aren't they? That's the Old Barn. And that's the Asparagus. So they're my colour combination names. You can name yours whatever you see fit, whatever it reminds you of. So I've got lots of backgrounds all ready to put in my little book of Thrinchies. So have fun. Add a bit of texture. Cut it out. Cut the words out. Draw. Add something to it that's you. Don't forget some sparkle. That little mouse. How cute is he? And the beautiful moth. So don't be afraid. If ever you're stuck for colour combinations and you found a picture of something you like the look of, but you can't work out the colours, send me a message and I'll do my best to absolutely help. So don't be afraid. Hobby art, that's a good idea, Sally. Yeah, they do, don't they? I have one with a bumblebee. I know the one. I might start. I think this is my Tracy Evans book, so I'm going to keep that as my Tracy Evans book. I might get another one and use it for Tim Holtz, and then I might get another one and use it for everything else I've got, like hobby art. And they're gorgeous. They're gorgeous books and great to look back on. So have fun with your colours. Don't be afraid. Mix and match. Take care now. Have a wonderful week. And don't forget, let me know if you need help. And I'll certainly do my best. You take care now. Have fun. Bye-bye.